I'm in a football mood. We're talking Tavon Austin. Why not get some Teddy Two-A-Days in your 2024 official preview to the season? And we'll start at home. Houston, where I'm from. Splash Town. Space City. The Houston Texans, man, last year they were 10-7, AFC South champs, the darlings of the NFL. They won 3 of their last 4 games to secure that. They get into the postseason. They're going up against the vaunted Browns defense. 45-14, 2 pick sixes in the third quarter. CJ Stroud looks like the heir apparent to Patrick Mahomes in the NFL. This offseason, they get Stroud a little toy, Stefon Diggs. They go in and get a veteran pass rusher and Danielle Hunter, and add Joe Mixon to that backfield, letting Devin Motor Singletary walk to the Giants. They certainly upgraded on offense this year. And I go on Hard Rock Bet. The win total for the Texans this year, 9.5. 9.5. Is that fair to you, C-Cat? Is 9.5 fair after they won 10 last year, and they've only improved their roster on both sides?
That feels like such Vegas bait.
Yeah.
That feels like they're going to lick their chops. The entire public, you probably think they're going to win more than 9.5 games. I think they're going to win 9.5 games. It seems too easy, and that's when they get you.
Well, how about we start with the ceiling?
The ceiling is the roof. Let's make it happen.
I think they can win 13 games this year, C-Cat. Like, I can see it. I can see 13 games this year. I mean, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Stefon Diggs, Dalton Schultz, Joe Mixon. You got CJ Stroud. He's going to be podcasting with Micah Parsons. 13-4. And I can see them getting back to the divisional round. But I do think the buck stops there. I do think, oh, you know what? No, the ceiling, I got CJ Stroud winning the MVP in this ceiling. And I think they can make it to the AFC Championship game and lose. That's where the buck stops. That's the best they can do if everything goes right for the Texans, because I do have faith in what DeMeco Ryans is building. But, you know, faith only gets you halfway there. You also got to execute. Let's look at the floor. The Texans are playing a first-place schedule this year. They were ahead of schedule last year. The floor for this team? Progression's not linear, man. They could go 8 wins. They can go 8-9, a losing record in year 2, but still be on track to be a contender down the line. We don't know what CJ Stroud is going to look like now that there's more tape out on him. We don't know necessarily how well that offensive line is going to hold up. Plus, Stefon Diggs, not necessarily the most easy guy to just inject into a locker room. He's a bit more of a me guy than you would like when you're trying to go out and contend. So we'll have to see how they manage all of those egos in there. But 8 wins could be the floor for this Texans team. But that's not what I think is going to happen. I pull out the big Teddy crystal ball. Oh, it sounds beautiful. Sounds beautiful. And my crystal ball for the Texans, this is exactly what's going to happen. This is exactly how it'll play out. So, be wise about making your decisions around it. 12-5. AFC South champs once again. I do think they make it to the divisional round of the playoffs. I do think the Texans lose. We're going to see this image of Stroud and Diggs holding hands, watching confetti fall. And where are they going to be at? Well, at home against none other than the Baltimore Ravens. Actually, you know what? They'll be at M&T Bank Stadium watching the Ravens celebrate a divisional round win. That's where I got the Texans falling this year. 12-5, losing the divisional round. And then next year we're going to be talking about this is their year. It's year 3, CJ Stroud, still on a rookie contract. Inject a little bit more talent, and that's what you're going to get. I do think the defense will be the story. Jalen Petrie, Derek Stingley Jr., Will Anderson, a lot of young guys on the rise. I just absolutely love what they're building out there. And you add in a guy like Danielle Hunter, I think DeMeco Ryans is going to have his imprint on everything. I also think DeMeco Ryans is going to get snubbed for Coach of the Year once again.